What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. Just a real quick one for you because I really don't have the time to do this. And but it's early for me. Oh, sorry, y'all. I hate making weird noises or when stuff makes noises because I know people are listening to me on earbuds, and just I try and keep the sound kind for y'all, so I'm blowing nobody's eardrum. But I had to do this because I told you so. Now, I want to apologize for the image quality. I can't do anything more. I don't know. Some stuff shows up clearly, some stuff doesn't. I can't. So bear with me. The information is what is the most important thing. I first want to say shout out to, I can't remember who said it now. Yeah, I know I'm bad with that. But you know who you are that said, they have insurance. When I was talking about the Travis Scott thing, and I was saying, well, first let me play what I said. All right, here's what I said in my video. Be out of that. Not to mention, it says through partnerships with fashion, food, and entertainment brands, not owner, but partnerships with, and they will run far. They will jump ship very quickly. I'm sure there's clauses because he is black and he's a rapper. They know they're taking a certain level of risk. And I'm sure there's some clause in his contracts with these various fashion, food, and entertainment industries that say if you do anything that's scandalous or you do some anti-Semitic shit or something like that, we will jump ship and we bounce. So look for supporters and advertisers and stuff like that to jump ship from him. This whole thing is worth at least his entire $60 million. Now, that's what I speculated. Now, this article is Nike delays Travis Scott Air Max sneaker collaboration following AstroWorld tragedy. I know this white devil, everybody. I don't proclaim shit unless I know what I'm talking about. And I want you to do the same thing in your life. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you don't know what you're talking about, just don't say anything. And go and learn that. Recognize, you know what, I don't know that. So poof, then that's homework. That's something for you to learn. You see, this is how we gain knowledge. That's how we gain it, So I know this to be true. But I want to go back to what I was going to say because somebody said, yeah, Jedi, they have insurance. And after I did the video and was hearing it back, I was like, I should have said that. I should have said that. So kudos to you, whoever that was that said that. I'll just look for it on this video while I've got it in my hand. Excuse me. But because I also wanted to tie to that something that I've shared with you when I've talked about Michael Jackson, Rahimahullah, to say that, back when the big settlement that everybody talks about that he paid out to this kid, Michael didn't pay that. The insurance paid that, and they never say that when they reported it. Because why would they? Michael did not pay that. The insurance company paid that. But we must understand that Michael was a very high value commodity, property, asset, pick one, or all of them. I don't see a Travis Scott as being that high up, Was there probably some insurance as it relates to just general insurance that maybe even the venue would require, kind of like you rent a dance hall for a wedding or something. They say, you have to have insurance, and they offer you an insurance or something, or you get some personal insurance, or you get personal something, So, but nonetheless, as I said, Travis Scott's bitch ass. And Nike's just the first one. And they're a big name. Everybody knows Nike. He may have some obscure, relationships with some other brands and things like that are kind of, doing some collaborations and things with him. But when somebody like Nike jumps off, then it's like, ooh, everybody else goes, ooh, well, Nike jumped off, so we can't, It's one of those things, It's like I always tell you with judges and lawyers and doctors. These are three main professions that when a colleague has said something, it's kind of the gospel, you know, like that's it. So this is that for me, you know. So the details of it are Nike is pressing pause on the release of its collaboration with Travis Scott's Bitch Ass out of respect, in quotations, for the victims of AstroWorld. Because if it had been a mostly black audience, they would not be dropping shit, but we just can't allow it. The footwear company sent out a statement via its official sneaker release app, SNKRS Sneakers, I guess, notifying fans of the decision on Monday. Out of respect for everyone impacted by the tragic events at the AstroWorld Festival, we are postponing the launch of the Air Max 1 Cactus Jack, the statement said. And I just want to stop and say this. Like, I'm so not into tennis shoes, dude. I don't understand. Every tennis shoe looks the same to me. It's a psychology that has been put upon the people like a hex. Any tennis shoe looks the same to me. Oh, that's that new so and so, and they have a whole name for it. I'm like, it's a fucking tennis shoe. What's the big deal? Wallah, I don't have any shoe in my closet that costs over $20, if that, because I'm that $9.99 dude at Payless. It's a shoe. Okay, fine. I do have a few pair of Timbs, but that's only because they were practical. Anybody that knows me will tell you that I wore fake Timbs from Payless for many years. And so one of my best friends, who's passed on now, rahimahullah, my buddy Henry, I was at his crib one day and he had just got a box from Timberland and they was new Timbs. He was like, remember I told you, man, he goes, because my other ones something happened, they run down something. But he expressed to me that Timberland has a policy that if your boot wears down or it gets torn or something damaged to it, like they guaranteed a boot, that just send it and they'll send you a new pair. Boom. That made it practical for the Jedi. Now it's practical. So I was living in Maryland at the time, so I drove to Hagerstown to Timberland themselves, and I only paid $65 a pair. Thank you very much. Double sold. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It'll be in the book. It'll be in the book. It'll be in the book. Order your pre-copy tomorrow. All right, fine. But these tennis shoes, dude. Oh, and then also I have two pair of Jordans that I never bought. Both were given to me. I forget who gave me the white ones, and I don't wear them anymore because they're too tight or something, especially since I had my accident. And then I have this black pair that have a camo tongue, or like a flap, the flap that you, anyway, whatever. And they're the most uncomfortable pair of shoes that I own, but I didn't buy them. I just keep them. You give me something as a gift, I keep it, So anyway, I'm over the tennis shoe. Just get you some regular damn tennis shoes from Walmart or something and keep it pushing. There was no mention of a new release date. That's on an island all by itself, everybody. Remember, an editor, a writer, and a publisher. That's a statement. Because why didn't they just join that sentence up here? They put it on its own island. There was no mention of a new release date. I told you he's black, he's a rapper, he comes with a certain amount of risk. For this latest collab, Nike and Scott's Cactus Jack Records united to create the Air Max 1 X Cactus Jack, a pair of brown and tan Air Max 1s, whatever the fuck. They were scheduled to be released on 16th December with a $175 price tag. I'm over it. $175. I'm trying to think, do I own anything in my closet that's $175? I can't. The Air Jordan collaborates Travis Scott, hip hop artist, record label founder, and Houston, Texas native, according to a description on Nike's website. Details on the shoe, including a reverse swoosh and hidden pouch, help set the addition of the storied sneaker apart for the rapper and producer and for Cactus Jack Records. The delay comes after 10 people died and hundreds were left injured after a crowd surge during Scott's set at the AstroWorld Music Festival in Houston on 5th November. More Kylie Jenner, don't care about the white bitch. More than 100 lawsuits have since been filed against the rapper and its promoter, Live Nation. So you see, I told you that $60 million that we found out his net worth is going to evaporate very quickly, and these sponsors and endorsers, they are going to jump ship. Nike is a big brand because of black people, but here's the irony that strikes me at this moment, everybody. We made Nike what it is. I'm so sick of black people, especially when you got like a 1-year-old. My baby got new Jordans, bitch, and you got a new hickey on your head because I punched you in your neck. A fucking Nike, a Jordan. It's meaningless, my people. But let me make my point about the irony of it. In my fantasy world, we would be the hypocrites that white people are. So we would then picket Nike. Because, first of all, we should own Nike. That's first. But we'll put that on one side for right now. We would say, how dare you pull out your support for Travis Scott, no matter what he did. And we're picketing now. Because remember, we're the ones who gave them all their profit margin boost after what they did, after we were trying to sell, after you all, not we, y'all were trying to celebrate Colin Kaepernick and rewarded Nike for, whatever they did for Colin Kaepernick at the time. You see? So you look at the contrast there. So on that, they should have said, we have to be loyal to this man. Ain't nobody checking for us right now. We don't really need to say shit. It's all about him and his lawsuits. Let's just stay behind the scenes and continue business as usual. But they don't give a fuck, and they will jump ship on your ass, and white people always turn on you. I don't care how many of them you know and how many of you think are good. 100%. They always turn on you. That's a fact, everybody. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I've lived all over this country, and I've dealt with them at all levels, from corporate to the bitch next door. It is a fact. And where are the Sambo-ass black people that work at Nike to even try and, again, y'all don't give a damn about Travis Scott, and I'm glad this happened to him, because how dare he go and perform at the Super Bowl when it was the height of us saying, nah, we're not doing it, and because of the NFL having an issue with people kneeling and they didn't stand by us and all this kind of thing. And, he sold us out. I'm over Gladys Knight's bitch ass. She's not a legend. I said it. You understand? Legends hold their status. Diana Ross is a perfect example. For all the diva she is and her white husbands, Diana Ross has not embarrassed us or let us down. Hasn't done it yet. Hasn't done it. And it's been an exemplary mother, can I just say that too? All that diva-dom, and you raise solid children. God, that's her award, But this is the first of many. And when I first brought you the first story, they were saying 8 lawsuits in the um, report that I played for you. But now this article is saying hundreds of lawsuits. You see? So we're outside of insurance now. You know, any insurance that would have been present has now been maxed out and has long since been made irrelevant, I suggest. And that now this could be the ruin of him. And, you know, we don't know because white people are always conniving. I could also imagine a scenario where then now suddenly we are going to hear reports of the IRS saying he has some sort of tax evasion and, you know, some things. You know, bring the black man down. Bring the black man down. You know. But when you lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. That's just what it is. And it's important that all black people, especially black men, understand this because we're supposed to be the leaders of the village and the tribes. And so when we set the tone of, yeah, we dealing with white people, we trust them, we this and a third, we endanger our entire race. We should be the gatekeepers saying, not over there. Not right there. Nah, not that. So that our children come up understanding that. If we want something we never had, we have to do shit we never did. And among the most important things we need to do is sever ties with these people. You know, I don't really want to talk about it in this because I really apologize to you that I wasn't able to be live over the weekend, you guys. But I just can't, you know, I mean, I'm doing what I can. But I only mention it because I do want to talk about this Kyle Rittenhouse trial. And I see signs that I saw during George Zimmerman, like it's a certain way a defendant should look. And I'm not seeing that. And I didn't see it with George Zimmerman. George Zimmerman the entire time looked like he had been very much assured and told that you good. And I see that in this Rittenhouse kid. I'm also very concerned with many of the rulings from the judge, who I know is biased. I know it. And the behavior of defense counsel, they are those people that were storming the fucking Capitol on 6 January. You understand? Some of the objections that the judge overruled and sustained is very concerning. You know, things he allowed in and things he wouldn't allow. You know, the guy that had his arm blown off was up there testifying, and when he mentioned that the guy in front of him, he goes, I just saw him murder the guy in front of me. Objection, Your Honor. Well, it's a fucking murder trial. He saw a guy get murdered in front of him. The judge stopped the trial, sent the jury out, and said he can't testify. You know, it's for the jury to figure out whether or not this was, bitch, it's murder. I saw somebody murdered in front of me. There's a difference in being shot and being murdered. If you get shot, I saw a guy get shot and he was laying there hurting and oh my God. But he died. So somebody was murdered in front of me. You see? Also, I tried to look up to see what was the composition of the jury, and they're being very secretive, you understand? Although there are 18 people, but as of the time that they gave the case to the jury, then they'll figure out which ones are going to be the 12 and so forth. So there's some sketchy things going on. There's also some hand movements and hand signals by this little Rittenhouse fucker who we should have killed off a long time ago, but just on principle, because they're also arguing that, you know, you can't come to something with a gun and then suddenly become the victim. Well, tell that to Trayvon Martin. I don't want to get worked up in this video. This was just a short little vignette to say, to dance on the grave of Travis Scott and say, see, I told you so. Look, Nike has jumped off ship. Ha, ha, ha. Good, good, good. But we should just stop supporting these brands, everybody, that we've made big, from Nike to just any of the shit they shout out in a damn rap song. You know what I mean? I was watching this old movie called Crush Groove the other day, and there is Run DMC head to toe in Adidas and mentioning Adidas just outright in the movie. I know that there came a point in their career where they had a deal with Adidas because, you know, how the Adidas people saw how people responded to it at their concerts and stuff like that. But at the time this movie was made, I don't know if that deal had been in place already. I don't know what the chronology is on that. But we're just giving millions and millions and millions of dollars to these white ass fucking people for their long-term wealth, and we sitting out here with fucking crumbs, dude. Stop it. Stop wearing fucking brand name shit. Stop it. Stop it. And seek out shit that's from somebody that's black and make sure they really black. We're not just talking about a black face, because that don't mean shit. Do they think the white man is the devil, and are they down for their people? Period. At any cost. Then you do business with their black ass. If not, keep pushing. You understand? But all this just giving hundreds of millions of dollars away every fucking year and month to fucking white people, we got to be over that shit, everybody. Meanwhile, Damon John is out there someplace, and I think he makes a tennis shoe for FUBU. I think he does. He's in footwear. And he ain't really the best example due to the fact that on Shark Tank, he's the last one to give somebody black a damn. I mean, you know, so there's issues. I mean, there's problems. You understand? So we just have to man, black people, you need to exercise discipline. It's a lot of shit you just don't need. You just don't need it. You're just getting it. I don't know why. You can't even explain to yourself why. It don't do nothing. And if it's got to have a name on it, then it's not worth it. I have stuff that I've worn and can wear that you don't know what it is. It's just nice. It's nobody. I had a friend of mine, or a friend of a friend of mine. I was at one of my buddy's houses years ago, and a buddy of his was over there that I never met. And this dude was wearing some damn glasses that he claimed cost some outrageous amount of money. And he shared that with me. And I was like, okay, why are you telling me that, first of all? Because I'm one of these people, I'll ask you, like, why are you telling me that? Like, I really don't know why you're telling me. Why are you telling me that? And I said to him, I said, if you have to tell me how much they cost, then they weren't worth buying. You know? When something is really amazing, I hate to use that word, because only creation is amazing, you understand? But if it doesn't levitate or do something magical or put off a puff of smoke or something, like, it's not really, what makes that pair of glasses that amount of money? Why can't I just go to Lens Crafters or fucking Walgreens or some shit? And like, what's the issue? What? Just because you feel a certain way? It don't mean nothing. I give glory and thanks to the Creator. That's never been my vice. I'm not into shit. I'm not impressed. I'm basic as fuck, and I'm just not impressed with stuff, man. I don't need stuff. I'm just not interested. I'm just not interested. Not interested. Not interested. You understand? I was watching, I realized that I didn't really know a lot about Tyson Beckford, other than who he is, that I had never really sat and watched any interviews of. I don't really know how he speak, really, So I was watching some interviews of him, early on and recent. And I mention him now because, obviously he's somebody that's in the fashion space, and obviously being a supermodel, he has a sense of style, that is admirable, especially from somebody like him because he's masculine. And I just thought, wow, if dudes are gonna take fashion pointers from a dude, I will allow them to take it from Tyson Beckford. But some of the stuff you have to be Tyson Beckford to wear it, though. That's with anything, Everybody can't wear everything, That's something else to know about fashion and style. Like, just because you see it and liked it on somebody else does not mean like it's going to look that it doesn't mean you can carry it off. It just don't mean that. It just don't, but it's meaningless. And, he's obviously worked for some of the most prestigious overpriced bullshit that's out there, and I just don't get it, man. Like, what's the difference? I was laughed at in school growing up because we got our tennis shoes from the grocery store. They were nice, but we were laughed at, you know. I didn't really take offense because I just didn't understand why my shoes weren't acceptable. I thought they're the problem. These are nice tennis shoes. They look great. What's the issue? And don't you know, speaking of tennis shoes, this Chuck Taylor now, that was the poor tennis shoe. Watch old episodes of Fat Albert and see what they're wearing. Watch Good Times. See what tennis shoes is JJ wearing. And Michael and whatever. Then my wife has a song called Dream Street. And she's supposed to be this poor girl that goes to Hollywood in the video to gain fame. And she's in a pair of Chuck Taylors, meant to be poor. Why they suddenly the expensive shoe? I used to cut my jeans before people were cutting their jeans. I did that. And then all of a sudden I see in, what was the white bitch? Samantha Scott, I think her name is. Naughty girls need love too. Dun, 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 dun. And the dancers in the fucking video, a couple of them I knew, including Sean Earl, have their jeans cut. I don't want to say I started it. I don't want to say that. But I'm just trying to say that my big point is that now they will sell you fucking jeans that you would have been laughed at buying from the Goodwill even. It's all backwards, everybody. Pay attention to what's in front of you. Damn. Anyways, gonna cut me off. I want to say, I also want to shout out Khalifa of the Most High. There's a few people I need to shout out, man. But I don't, there's not going to be time. What is today? I don't know what day it is. Today is Tuesday. It's 9 a.m. my time. And I got a full day. Shiro, holla. Anyway, I'm hoping we get a chance to be live before the week is out, everybody. That's my hope. I will try. But meanwhile, because I really want to go into depth about this Rittenhouse thing, I want to get into the Ahmaud Arbery thing, because there's some really, really teachable things in the moment that this is all happening that I feel like my people need to be aware of. Like I've always strived to do that. Like I need you to understand what the full picture is. There's more, don't just, anyway. So God willing, we will be together live before the week is out. I'm threatening. It never happens when I say, maybe when I get in from the mosque on Friday. It never happens. Inshallah. That's all I could say. Anyways, I was right. Travis Scott's advertisers are now starting to pull out. Nike is the first one, and the rest of the shoes are going to drop. I told you so. The Jedi has spoken.